First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New Orleans Saints. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go from the Superdome. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Right to the air, here's Goff. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. That keeps him ahead of schedule. It's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
We're good. Throwing on second down. Goff flush to his right. Off he goes. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble. Give them a new set of downs.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
First carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
So these might be body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Cooper! 120! Here's a carry for Dowdle. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And I don't think you got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Boswell. And will take a 7-0 lead.
Saints nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie from Penn State. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing.
Quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he's close to another first down. He'll step out right at that first down marker.
10 yards on
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here is Shough on 1st and 10. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 50. That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Saints first down. They'll run it on the inside handoff. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
He pulls it in around the 5. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And I'll tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Vontae Turpin, touchdown Saints. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. first and 10. Here's Goff. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 29. First and 10 now from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and
From 29, here is second and 3. He'll drop to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll be third down. From the gun, it's Goff. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown Steelers. His fourth TD grab of the season. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Shough. He'll air it out down the middle. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Derek Harmon. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first on the year.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Here's first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shough. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll indeed go, and it is Shough. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on fourth down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
Let's go now. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Out to his right. Now he'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And a good job following his blocker is a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Goff. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
180.
Goff to throw. Rolling right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
First down, Pittsburgh.
To throw is Goff. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Uncomfortable to the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
At the 12-yard line.
They'll run with Dowdle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play.
15-yard line.
Throwing here is Goff. A pass taken in by Dowdle. And he will get into the end zone.
Touchdown,
Rico
Pittsburgh.
Dowdle. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 21-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Shough. He's going to air this one out. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
So, Mike, regardless of what everyone else is playing, anytime there's a one single high safety, whether everyone's in man or zone, he's really just a full field zone defender. His job is to just help everyone across the board. And there's an
well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. Just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Forced out wide. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. On first down, Shough. He's going to look downfield once again. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
This secondary, they just continue to impress me this entire game, Mike. I mean, it just feels like every ball is contested. Even the ones that are complete, those windows are tight. In this case, a really nice job knocking the ball away, and I just can't say enough about how hard these guys compete on every play. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Shough. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now, Goff. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's close to a first down. The gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch. But I can promise you, the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
He'll swing this out to Dowdle. Now he is free on the right sideline. And they will finally run him down. A big play after being backed up. 39 yards.
What I love most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your
Jalen Warren. And he will go all the way. Jalen Warren. Touchdown Steelers. On for the extra point is Boswell. And good. And the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead.
Saints 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Shough looking to throw on first down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll go. And here's Shough. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Turnover on downs.
On first down, it's Goff. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. And he was trying to connect with it. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Goff. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender think,
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
so even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the...
And he will score! Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are able to extend the lead.
Saints 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Here is Shough on 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shough. Open man down the field is Turpin. come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Shough. Moving to his right. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
At the 17-yard line.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is impossible. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Shough. And he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
3rd down, and here is Shough. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. They'll indeed go, and it is Shough. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line, and in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Yeah, it's not a big surprise here, Mike. You're down big. It's the 4th quarter. You have no choice but to go for it here on 4th down, maintain possession, and they were able to come through.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Saints 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
DC. What? We're good.
Off to throw on 1st down. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Matthew Judon. He gets in for the sack, number 85 in his great career, moving him as Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. He's got a man. It's Metcalf. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
3 yards.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
10 at the 50-yard line.
From the gun, it's Goff. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there. And this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
It's a gain of a yard.
inside the 5. It is 2nd and goal.
Cut.
In motion comes Pittman.
Right foot.
And he's got another one. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Shough. And he's open middle of the field. It is caught. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shough. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
To the air is Shough. And he's in. Touchdown, Saints. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
We go tonight.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Goff. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
The Steelers.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
At the 26-yard line.
We're good.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a 10 yards. 1st and goal. Here's a run. Marked down at the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. In motion comes Pittman. Quick throw on the RPO is batted away. That is incomplete. Good job of recognition by the defense. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Keeper 66. Right 20.
Now Goff. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, They're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And he'll take it on in. Fire move. Touchdown, Steelers. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Makes the score Steelers 49, Saints 21.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
On first down, Shough. He's going to look for the home run ball. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. Second and a yard.
Hey, kill. Here we go. Ric Flair, 180.
In motion comes Pittman. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 34. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal.
What's that?
They'll try to run this one in. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
On second down, Goff. That's hauled in at the 2. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. Line of scrimmage to the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal.
Yellow, 43. Striker, 3-3. Hut.
Now, this looks like a design run. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Shough looking to throw on first down. Again, working deep downfield.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to try it here again. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end.